Hello friends, welcome to the channel DritalConnect.com. In this session, we will discuss the React.js tutorial topic called what is the difference between components, class component and functional component, and basically what is a component. Okay, so we will start with a demo application on stacklist.com. Here we can see we have a index.css as a starting page. Okay, here we have a component app. Okay, so this is a functional component here. Okay, so in React.js we have basically two types of components. Okay, basically we use the functional component, which is the old version of you can say old of ES6 features, like class has come inside the ES6, but function is there before that. Okay, so function component, in function component we just use only the function keyword. Okay, this is the function keyword. Whereas in the class component we use the keyword called class, and then after we will have to extend the, or you can say inherit the features from the React component. Okay, in this function component we don't have to inherit anything. We have to just use the inbuilt hooks in the React, which we have to use inside our function component. So the basic difference between the function component and class component is that inside the function component we have to use the hooks. Okay, for each operations, or you can say functionalities, we have to use their separate hooks inside our function component. Whereas in class component we have lifecycle hooks called. Okay, and that is predefined, like component did mount, component will unmount, should component update. These are all the like hooks, lifecycle hooks. Okay, so we will discuss this in detail. Okay, so for example we have an app with function component. Okay, what we do, we will just create the same component with the help of class component. So for that, what we have to do, we have to remove this function with class, and then we have to inherit with the keyword extend from React component. Okay, so all the basic hooks, lifecycle hooks, will be retained inside this. Okay, and their methods are like first of all there is constructor. Okay, and you will get some props inside this, and then you will have to call the super, that is inherited components constructor, and we will pass the props there. Okay, then the next important is render, which will return the JSX elements. Okay, then you have your own hooks like component did mount, component did update, catch, should component update. These are all the lifecycle hooks inside your class component. Okay, so component did mount. Okay, so we will have a separate class on the lifecycle hooks of a class component. In this only we have to discuss the difference between both of them. So let's suppose in this class component we have to manage the state. So for that we have to define the state like this. Let's suppose name is the keyword, and we have to give some name value. Okay, and here DritalConnect. Okay, and we want to use this name here in place of step. Okay, for that we have to bind this with the help of this dot state and then name. Okay, so this is the simple example. Similarly, if you want to do with the function component, then we comment this out and we'll check with the. So the same feature, if you want to do inside this, you have to call any hook. The hook is defined inside for the class function components are like This is the get set. Okay, and here is the use. So starting with use is all the hooks. You can also create your custom hooks as well. So this is the available hooks like context, state, reducer, reference, layout effect, imperative handle, callback, memo, debug value, deferred value, transition ID, use insertion effect, use sync external store. Okay, so these are all the hooks inside the function component we can use to manage the same features like of class. Okay, so now as of now we will use the state. Okay, and use this name here. Okay, so now the question comes with from both of them, which one is better to use inside our project. So the thing is that both are the same thing. Okay, by performance, both works as almost same in performance. Both are almost same in performance. The main thing is that there are 2 or 3 features which are not exactly same in available inside as hook inside the function component. Whereas in class component we have some features like suit component update. We don't have something like inside in function component as hook. Okay. So one or two features are there inside in class component extra than functional component. Okay, but as performance wise, almost both are same. But as for convenient wise, functional component more easy to implement as well. Also less complex making code. See, if you see inside this code structure, we have this number of lines in class component. Wherein in function component, you have less number of codes. That is also the main difference. And in future, it may class component will not work or not supported by React, but function component is rising. Okay, so almost all features inside the class component is now available in function component as hooks. Okay, so you can easily achieve anything inside the function component as well. Okay, so this was about only the difference between the constructors, sorry, components, and in the next session we will discuss the in details and hooks in different session and the life cycle hooks of class components in different sessions. So thanks for watching this session.